Ever had a friend who lost his or her job but didn't mention it to you? And did you then struggle with whether to offer unsolicited sympathy? What do I tell a friend who just lost his job? The moneyologist Quentin Fottrell is here with sage advice. Quentin, thank you so much for being with us. So your reader wrote in saying he heard through the grapevine that a friend of his who's in his 50s had just lost his job. He wanted to reach out with some sympathy for this friend, but wasn't sure if the friend wanted him to.
Right. So he's unsure about what to do. He wants to help this guy, and he wants to provide some kind of support, and he's stumped. He doesn't want to go where he's not wanted. You
would think this is where social media would come in handy, right? You could check his Facebook page to see if he's posted an update, but people rarely post bad news on social media.
Right, most people are posting about their holidays in Mexico and Europe and just got this great job and my life is great, and social media doesn't, it's like Nellie Dean, you know, from Wuthering Heights. It's an unreliable narrator. It doesn't give you the full story.
It's only the greatest hits.
Only the greatest hits. And you only hear about people getting jobs and emails and internal memos, and people played the trumpet and they were on the national tour of Fiddler on the Roof, and you got all of these wonderful...
Everything looks great.
Everything looks great.
You did mention, though, that you had a friend who once very cleverly managed to post the way he lost his job.
I loved. He did post it on social media, and it was so rare. He said that he didn't know what... He said, I don't know what I've done with it. I can't find it, but gosh darn it, I appear to have lost my job. And I just thought, wow.
Very clever. A little humor.
Yeah, and to me that suggested, you know, I want to tell you that I lost my job. I'm cool with it. It's obviously not good news. I don't want you to throw me a pity party. Right. And I really respected his decision to do that.
Well, that's the key here, right? People may want some support, but nobody wants pity. So what was your advice to your reader? So
I said that absolutely, if he wants to show support, he should, because people need as much help as they can get. But not to, you know, pile in on the "I'm so sorry," because once, you know, one person might think it's nice for me to say sorry, but you've got another 50 people all.
Does it matter how close you are to this person, though? I mean, as an acquaintance, he probably doesn't want to hear from this man, but if he's a friend, then maybe he does, right? I mean, where do you draw that line?
Right. I think if you want to help somebody, you should help them, and you shouldn't reach, and not on social media say, let me take you out for lunch, let me buy you a drink. You don't need charity in public, but you want somebody to say, let's privately, you know, take him privately for lunch, and to be able to suggest, this guy's in his 50s, you know, he has to look at his CV in a different manner. Some people say you shouldn't go back more than 10 years in your job history if you're of a certain age, because people don't want to see it, and there's a lot of ageism out there, subtle or not. So
you say reach out to him, offer him your support, but discreetly,
privately. And if you want to help him network and pass the resume around, by all means, you should definitely do that.
All right, Quentin Fottrell, thank you so much for that.
Pleasure.